So, what essentials do you guys carry? I'm just going to briefly go through what I carry on my bike. Every single time I go out on a ride, I always try to have this stuff with me no matter what. And I'm going to start off with the first very basic thing, a decent tool roll. A lot of the people I've come across in the motorcycling community or in life with riding, I've been so surprised to see that there's not a lot of people who even carry with them basic tools. Just the tools that can tighten or get to things on your bike that you are going to need to fix in a moment's notice. And one of the most valuable things you can probably have in your tool set is a decent Leatherman, because you got your pliers, you need an adjustable wrench, you need a flashlight, you need all the Allen wrenches associated with your bike. So every size Allen head that's on your bike, you should have that. You should also have some tools to get you in tight places, like a T-wrench, get you some tight places, and various other things like testers. And you know, if you really want to go all out, you can get really small ratchet sets. So I got a little ratchet and bit kit here. Your toolkit should be built for your motorcycle. This one might be a little overkill for what I need, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and I like to be able to help others when they are not prepared, to make them think about their future and their riding and how they should have their own tool bag. So a lot of the times I'll carry tools that aren't even for me, just in case I need to help someone on the side of the road and help them get on their way, make them think about having some tools themselves. So that's just what I carry in terms of tools. This is probably the most valuable thing you can ever carry. Been working with tools for a long time. This is it right here. Always have one of these with you. If this is the only tool you carry on your motorcycle, other than your basic toolkit that comes with your bike, this should be added all the time. And the Leatherman. Alright, let's move on. The next thing I always seem to try and carry is a portable booster pack or jump kit, whatever you want to call it. They come from various manufacturers, like such as this one, or other brands. This one just happens to look like a mag light, heavy duty mag light. Yeah. But under the back cover here, you'll notice I got output for 2 amps or 5 volts. I got an input to charge, and the 12-volt output is for your standard jumping cables. I have done this. A lot of us have done this. You go somewhere on the bike and you get off, and for some reason you're distracted and you walk away from the motorcycle and you forget to switch the ignition to the off position. You can try and push start your bike if you know what you're doing and you've tried it and practiced before and you've been shown how to and blah 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 blah. But if you don't, your best bet is to literally have one of these bad boys, hook it up to the battery, press the button, get a little jump, and go. And this can also be one of those things that you can help people on the side of the road with. There's been several occasions where I've got people back running even with their cars in the winter because their batteries were dead. So this is probably also one of the most valuable things, because I've walked away from my bike leaving the key on and it was not a fun time for me. Others do it. You might be the hero one day. Oh, and it's got a pretty strong flashlight there too. Yeah. So make sure you carry one of those. It's pretty light, does the job. These need to be somewhere on your motorcycle. I don't care where you find a space for them, put them there. Put them in a bag, zip tie, take a zip tie the bag to a part of your frame, put them somewhere. You need these. These are so valuable. You have no idea how many things can come loose on your bike, and you might lose the bolt on the side of the road. You notice something's loose while you're riding and the fastener's gone, and you don't want to continue the ride with the way it is. This will save your ride. Okay, this little piece of plastic that probably costs cents on the dollar to manufacture will save you or somebody else. Say a bolt comes off your license plate falls off. I can just go on and on and on about how these things can save you, and it's just so important to have zip ties on your bike. I don't care who you are. And if you're riding the city or riding anywhere, you know what's going to happen to you. You're going to run over a nail. You're going to run over an object that's going to puncture your tire, whether you have tubeless tires or you're running tubes with spokes, whatever the case is. You're going to hit something. And if you have tubeless tires, which most modern bikes do, you're going to want to carry a tire repair plug kit, and I recommend the DynaPlug kit. I'm not sponsored by these people or any of these products I'm showing you. I'm showing you the stuff that I've used because I've tried other stuff and probably gotten to this point of frustration where I finally got the best stuff. So you get a flat, you pull the nail out, you jam this bad boy into the hole and you pull it out. The brass head holds the tip behind the tire and the plug fills the hole. You throw some spit on there, make sure you don't have any leaks, fill the tire back up, and you keep it moving. You don't have to be on the side of the road stranded. You don't have to call a towing company, call your insurance company. You just keep it moving. Okay, now with that being said, I usually keep extra on me just in case. With the Leatherman inside of here, pull that nail out of that tire using those pliers, plug that tire up. The air probably came out more than likely, so what do you think's next on the list? Same company, right? DynaPlug makes a great pump. Small little portable pump, connects to SAE connection on your bike. It's a brilliant little design. It's portable, it's compact. This thing fits in my hand. That takes no space on your motorcycle. Plug this up to your tender or whatever. They actually give you alligator clips and all kinds of stuff in here to connect it many different ways. You screw this in there. This goes to the tire. There's a button here. And then from here you check it with the tire gauge as to what your tire pressure is. And then once your tire's filled up, conveniently put this back in his bag. Nice and easy. Throw it in your saddle bag. Look how small that is. And your tire's repaired. And what do I mean by repaired? Okay, they're talking about punctures here, not cuts or tears or stuff that happens in the sidewall. Okay, these guys have been researching this for a long time. These actually work on cars, trucks, SUVs, motorcycles, everything. You can help your friend, you know, fix his flat or someone on the side of the road as well. But you need to have plugs and you need to have a pump, because one without the other does you no good. So you need to have them both to keep it moving. Now with this said right here, this is pretty good kit right here. With this thus far, I'd be okay going far and feel pretty confident that nothing's going to stop me. But a couple extra things that I like to include, and let's get into that right now. Okay, so these next couple of things are optional, but I think they're a great thing to add. Just a standard like stretchy cargo net. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Some with hooks that stretches to lash down some extra gear to your bike, just in case you don't have anything to carry extra stuff, or your panniers, your top box are full. It's always a good idea to have something to hold something. So I always try and keep that on the bike as well. I always try and keep you know, like charging cables. There's another little bag I got here. It's got an emergency poncho just in case for some stupid reason I forgot my rain gear. You know, chargers for your phone and stuff like that. It's always good to have. Usually keep my zip ties and everything else in here. So in terms of security on the bike, I do have an alarm. My bikes usually do come with an alarm, but for a little bit of added extra security, this GPS tracker retails on Amazon for $30, and I think it's $20 a month to have the subscription going. And I figure if the bike ever goes missing, I can just track it on my phone or on the computer, see where it is, and follow it myself, and then call the authorities if need be, or just get my motorcycle back myself. It's really hard these days after someone takes your stuff to find out where it goes, and I believe you have to find it within 24 hours before they possibly find that or whatever else they're going to do with it. So
alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the stuff that I carry on an everyday emergency basis. Put Put in the comments what you guys carry. Do you carry stuff? Did this video make you think about certain things you should have? Were you carrying tools but maybe not a plug kit? Were you carrying a plug kit but no pump? Did you know that you could jump your bike? Let me know in the comments below. Ride safe, ride hard.